Shocking visuals have come from Bengal. This is Bhawanipur by-election, a do-or-die battle for Mamata Banerjee, the last leg of campaigning. And as campaigning was on between Trinamool Congress and Bharatiya Janata Party, take a look at the visuals on your screen. Scuffle, pulling on collars, and then a gun. A gun brandished by the security personnel who were there to guard Dilip Ghosh, the National Vice President of the BJP, former BJP Bengal chief, because he was being heckled, attacked and targeted while a door-to-door campaign was on. He was shoved and pushed allegedly by the Trinamool Congress workers. That is the claim that is coming from the Bharatiya Janata Party. But things got so heated up that Ghosh's security details had to whip out their guns, warning a mob at the throat of Dilip Ghosh to move away, clear the area, let them pass. Now, TMC supporters, we are being told, refused to allow Dilip Ghosh to enter a narrow lane, a lane which was there, the BJP being using as a door-to-door campaigning, that led to a violent scuffle. This is all happening in Kolkata, in the Bhawanipur Assembly constituency area. Bharatiya Janata Party is alleging this is TMC workers attacking their workers, blocking their campaign consistently. There have also been injured Bharatiya Janata Party workers. They were then taken on stage during the campaign with party cadre then alleging that this is an attack by the TMC. Remember all of this for 30th September. The voting is then on in Bhawanipur. Results will be out for the 3rd of October. This is for Mamata Banerjee to stay on and Chief Minister versus a fairly new political entrant by BJP, lawyer Priyanka Tibrewal.
पथसभा चल रहा है। पथसभा में हम लोग थे दाहिना साइड में, जहाँ पे हैं आगे वाला मोड़ है, एक पटुआपाड़ा मोड़ है, वहाँ पर दिलीप दा को घेर करके विक्षोभ किया गया, उन पे अटैक किया गया। जितने युवा मोर्चा के कार्यकर्ता लोग हम लोग यहाँ पर थे, वो लोग सब उठ करके हम लोग उधर गए। जब हम लोग उधर गए तो जाकर के देख रहे हैं, वहाँ पे 150 से ज़्यादा गुंडा लोग ऑलरेडी मोड़ पे खड़ा है। जब हम लोग युवा मोर्चा कार्यकर्ता के साथ गए तो धक्का मुक्की करना शुरू किया। उधर से धक्का देते आया, लेकिन यहाँ पर कोई बांस शायद उसको मिला। बांस से पहला बार मैं ऊपर यहाँ पे अटैक किया। अटैक करने के बाद जब हम बैठे तो देखे चारों तरफ से लोग घेर करके ज़बरदस्त मारधाड़ करने लगा। मारधाड़ का कुछ नक्शा ऐसा भी यहाँ भी है। एक्चुअल में यहाँ पे भी दर्द बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है और इवेंचुअली ये पोर्शन भी दर्द दे रहा है और आँख तो खुलने ही नहीं दे रहा है।
We're now joined by a team of reporters because this is big. Prema Rajaram was in Bhawanipur when this scuffle broke out. Indrajit Kundu telling us all about it from Kolkata. Shiv Arur to basically help us understand why this visual that has erupted. And that is why, Shiv, I want to come to you first, because perhaps this is a never-before visual that the security detail of a leader whips out a gun, warning the mob to move away.
Incredibly, upsetting and unsettling images. Look at the number of people who are already there in that crowd. Pooja, you've got the public, you've got security guards, you've got all these netas, you've got campaigners. Their blood is up. Everyone's already on edge. It's an emotive time. It's the last day of campaigning. There's a lot of dhakka mukki happening already. Tempers have been flying since the last many weeks in Bhawanipur, and today it's actually come to a peak because it's the last day. You've already got the BJP accusing the Trinamool of blocking their workers and campaigners from visiting all the wards to finish their campaign. And now, tempers have gone completely off the charts with, at least 3 security guards pulling out their semi-automatic pistols, their firearms in a place where there is already a crowd. What precisely was that provocation? The BJP says that Dilip Ghosh and his staff were heckled, they were physically assaulted, and that actually triggered this. But I'm just wondering what would have happened, considering what emotions are like already on the ground. And Indrajit and Prema will be able to tell us this better.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a miracle that we all have to be thankful for, that no bullets were actually fired, because God knows knows what would have happened if that actually took place.
Absolutely shocking. Cannot even imagine if this had actually been bullets then fired from that gun, forced to, of course, to control the mob. Stay on with me, all of you, because Prema, you were on the ground in Bhawanipur. It's TMC and BJP at each other's throat for the longest time. What are you picking up? What happened there in Bhawanipur?
We are at Bhawanipur, Pooja, and at this point in time, Trinamool Congress supporters are here. They have their side of the story to say. But before that, the BJP has alleged that Trinamool Congress supporters attacked Dilip Ghosh, and their supporters also, BJP supporters apart from Dilip Ghosh, were also attacked. But Trinamool Congress says that this was a peaceful area. It's the BJP leaders and ministers who had come here to incite people, and that is when things spiraled out of control. I'm going to get the Trinamool Congress side of version. दिलीप घोष के ऊपर जब आक्रमण हुआ, आप लोग वहाँ पे थे, क्या हुआ था?
पहले बात, दिलीप घोष का ऊपर आक्रमण नहीं हुआ। दिलीप घोष, लेकिन
उनके ऊपर आक्रमण हो, वो कह रहे हैं और तस्वीर वही दिखा रहे हैं।
वो क्या बोल रहा है, पहले हम लोग को भी बात सुनिए। हम लोग का इधर स्वास्थ्य केंद्र है जहाँ कोरोना का टीका चल रहा था, उधर में जाके दिलीप घोष आदमी को प्रचार कर रहा था जो बीजेपी को वोट दो। वो आदमी लोग बोला आप इधर के आके क्यों आप प्रचार कर रहे हैं, ये तो सरकारी जगह है, प्रचार करने का अधिकार आपका नहीं है। तो अब दिलीप घोष का जब बॉडीगार्ड था, वो लोग बंदूक मार करके बोला आपको गोली मार देंगे। इसका बाद इलाका का आदमी, क्लब का आदमी, महिला आदमी, ये लोग जाके विक्षोभ दिखाया, दिलीप घोष का ताड़ा किया। दिलीप घोष साथ गिर गया, गिर के कोई लग सकता है, क्योंकि हम लोग का कोई तृणमूल पार्टी का आदमी था नहीं। इलाका का मानुस, शांतिप्रिय मानुस, भवानीपुर का आदमी, वो लोग घर से निकल के विक्षोभ दिखाया।
तो जब बीजेपी के लीडर्स यहाँ पे स्टेज पर थे, मंच पे थे, आप लोग यहाँ पे क्यों प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे थे?
नहीं, इसका बगल में हम लोग का मदन मित्तर जी का ऑफिस है। ये ऑफिस में सुबह 7 बजे से रात 1 बजे तक आप देखिएगा 200-300 आदमी हर टाइम रहता है, क्योंकि हम लोग पीजी का परिसेवा देता है। हम लोग का कोई आदमी का कुछ हुआ, उसका परिसेवा देने के लिए हर टाइम इधर में आदमी रहता है।
Now what precisely? Tell us precisely what the TMC supporters here are stating. They are saying they are not involved at all in this.
हम लोग का 200-300 आदमी रहते ही हैं।
So the Trinamool Congress supporters saying they are not involved, that they were conducting a vaccination camp on behalf of the government, on behalf of the Kolkata Municipal Corporation, when BJP leader Dilip Ghosh went to seek votes from the people, and that is when things spiraled out of control. But they deny attacking Dilip Ghosh, saying that they were here, this is the party office of a Trinamool Congress leader, and the BJP leaders were here at the spot, but they completely deny what has happened, and saying that whatever happened to Dilip Ghosh, that he got hurt has nothing to do with
So Prema getting us the Trinamool Congress version, then who were part of that mob who targeted Dilip Ghosh there of the BJP, for which the security detail had to even take out a gun to solve the mob and ensure that they don't come charging at Dilip Ghosh. Indrajit Kundu has been tracking the latest of this election. Indrajit, this is just a by-election. This is, of course, a prestige battle for Mamata Banerjee, but the elections have actually got over. Why do you think this has become such a sensitive, volatile situation in Bhawanipur?
Well, Pooja, the visuals speak for themselves. It's a high-stakes battle, and as we have been saying, the battle for Bengal, or the West Bengal Assembly election, may have ended. The results came out in May, but the battle continues, and it's getting into an epic battle. Literally, two party supporters coming to blows. Dilip Ghosh, of course, came to campaign at Jodhu Babu Bazaar, which is in Bhawanipur. It's centrally located in Bhawanipur constituency. It's a very popular area. It's a bazaar area. And that's where the problem started. What we are given to understand, and visuals clearly speak for themselves, is that there was a scuffle between some people. The Trinamool Congress supporters are saying that they were locals, seemed like Trinamool Congress supporters, and they were raising "Go Back Dilip Ghosh" slogan. And what happened, of course, was that Dilip Ghosh's security entourage, and the locals, quote-unquote, Trinamool Congress supporters, as is being alleged, they entered into a scuffle between the two. And there's a CISF security person who provides central security to Dilip Ghosh, the former deputy state chief. They had to literally bring the situation under control. In order to do that, they had to brandish guns. Now that's problematic, and whether they can do that, whether they should have done that at that point in time, was there enough provocation? These are questions. Obviously, it's become a political debate right now, but clearly very unsavory scenes as far as this by-election is concerned. It's a high-profile by-election, and the Trinamool Congress, of course, has now started tweeting out the same video, and they are saying that how dare the gun be aimed at public in broad light. They're saying that the BJP, it's a new low for the BJP. The BJP on its part is saying that several of their supporters have been injured, and Amit Malviya, BJP is in charge of social media. He will be visiting the SSKM hospital, which is just a stone's throw away from where the incident took place, to see the injured BJP workers.
Indrajit, stay on with me because Prema, you're on the ground there. What I want to understand is elections take place all the time through the country, even by elections, even very sensitive locations where elections are organized. Campaigning is a right for both parties. What happened in a by-lane where Dilip Ghosh is going to attend door-to-door campaign suddenly breaks out in a mob-like situation? And even if perhaps there was a reason that the security had to whip out a gun, because if he had not perhaps questioned and forced this mob to move away, this could have turned very different.
Absolutely. If Dilip Ghosh's security had not kept the mob away, things could have been different. Though the Trinamool Congress supporters deny that they had anything to do with this, the BJP maintains that Trinamool Congress supporters stopped them from campaigning. Like you mentioned, both parties, even the CPM is campaigning here. They have been campaigning in Bhawanipur, and today is the last day of election, and that is when these pictures are being flashed on the screen where the Dilip Ghosh's security are seen pulling out the gun to protect the BJP leader. And after that, we saw in the by-lanes of Bhawanipur, BJP supporters running, Trinamool Congress supporters running, and BJP supporters alleged they were attacked by Trinamool Congress supporters. We even spoke to one of the BJP supporters. Trinamool Congress supporters in turn alleged that they were attacked. So the counter allegations and allegations continue. Trinamool Congress says this is their bastion, this is the party office of one of its leaders, and just a short distance away, less than 50 meters away, is where the stage of the BJP was, where the leaders were on stage. Despite all that happened, Shubhendu Adhikari, Priyanka Tibrewal were on stage speaking to people. Trinamool Congress supporters came out yet again. So both the BJP and Trinamool Congress not letting this issue die down, even after what has happened to Dilip Ghosh. The Trinamool Congress are saying that they had nothing to do with the incident. It was their supporters attacked by the BJP. The battle for Bhawanipur continues on the last day of campaigning.
Stay on with me, Prema, and Indrajit also for a perspective. I want to stay with this visual. I want to stay with this visual because at what point is a security forced to whip out a weapon to resolve a mob? Remember, even the mob is literally attacking the security persons. Amit Malviya is now joining me. He's from the Bharatiya Janata Party. He's basically the IT cell chief of the BJP. Amit, our reporter on the ground was speaking to some Trinamool Congress supporters. Now, they, of course, expectedly are stating this is not Trinamool Congress workers who have attacked and that it is the BJP creating disturbance. What are you telling us about the situation on the ground? What do you have to say on this?
I am at the moment in Bengal, in Kolkata. The fact is that Mamata Banerjee is nervous about this bypoll. She is already lost from Nandigram, and she knows that if she loses in Bhawanipur, her political career will come to an end. And that is why the TMC is resorting to what they are best at, basically unleashing violence. You have shown visuals where the security personnel of the leader had to whip out their weapon because the mob was going out of hand. They attacked not just Dilip Ghosh but also Arjun Singh and several other leaders who were campaigning. I want to tell the people of Bhawanipur through your channel that Mamata Banerjee is fighting her last political battle. When they come out and vote on 30th September, that will be the end of the politics of violence in Bengal. Mamata Banerjee has sensed the mood on the ground, and that is why you see all that is happening right now. But this battle will go down to the wires and we will fight to win this election.
Why are you saying this is the last battle that Mamata Banerjee is fighting? Because she says she's the daughter of Bhawanipur. The people love her here. She's had a record of winning people's heart from Bhawanipur. Why do you think that the BJP has a chance then and a Priyanka Tibrewal, a fairly new entrant, against the TMC Supremo? Amit?
Well, that's because you don't know Priyanka Tibrewal's antecedents. She was born in Bhawanipur, brought up in Bhawanipur. She is the lawyer who fought for the victims of post-poll violence. So while Mamata Banerjee presided over the killing and rape of fellow Bengalis, it was Priyanka Tibrewal who stood against her and her entire administration and made sure that the victims get some sort of justice and they are not denied what is rightfully due to them. And therefore, to make assumptions that Mamata Banerjee is this big leader who's invincible is not true. She lost in Nandigram. We should not forget.
Yes.
Nandigram was her stronghold. She lost from there. She deserted Bhawanipur because she was not sure of winning here. So Mamata Banerjee is not invincible. She's sweating. She's been out campaigning every day. And we will see on the 30th when people come out to vote. And we will see the results on the 3rd of October.
Amit, my final question. How is the BJP going to pursue this matter further? If a mob can attack the National Vice President and the former BJP chief in Bengal, Dilip Ghosh, the situation definitely is very volatile. Hours are still to go for election campaigning, even for door-to-door campaign. How is the BJP going to pursue this further?
The situation has always been volatile in Bengal under Mamata Banerjee, and that is why the by-poll in Bhawanipur is important. If Bhawanipur rises to the occasion, Mamata Banerjee will be history. Her party will be history. The politics of violence in Bengal will be history. And that is why the people have decided to vote her out, and Mamata Banerjee has sensed it on the ground. And that is why you see her workers getting agitated, jittery, nervous, and hit the streets to stop the BJP from campaigning. What more evidence do you want?
Malviya, BJP member, IT cell chief, is stating this is the last battle that Mamata Banerjee is going to fight and the violence is going to end soon. This is just hours to go for the last leg of campaigning to end. The security detail so concerned, even they were attacked. Take a look at that visual. Can we stay with that visual when a security person of Dilip Ghosh was attacked, for which they had to take out a weapon, and Prema Rajaram has been on the ground. Prema, we are playing that visual on loop, and of course while the TMC says they are denying it, the fact is who else is going to then attack Dilip Ghosh in a by-lane of door-to-door campaigning?
Absolutely. Even though Trinamool Congress does deny that they attacked Dilip Ghosh, the BJP says that it is the Trinamool Congress supporters who attacked them. This is the battle for Bhawanipur. This is the party office of the Trinamool Congress. Trinamool Congress says that this is their bastion and the BJP supporters are outnumbered. But they say that the Trinamool Congress has nothing to fear. It is the BJP who has every reason to fear. They are saying that it was a conspiracy by the BJP leaders and ministers to come into the area and scare people. But that is what they say. But the battle for Bhawanipur continues. It is surprising, shocking to see that for the by-polls here in Bhawanipur in South Kolkata, the tussle between the BJP and Trinamool Congress supporters in broad daylight, and nobody really saying that BJP leader Dilip Ghosh was attacked by the Trinamool Congress supporters. Trinamool Congress denying that, but BJP continuing to maintain that they were attacked by the Trinamool Congress because they are scared of the upcoming by-polls and scared that Mamata Banerjee might lose the elections. Back to you.
All right, Prema is on the ground. She's trying to get a perspective, of course, from the other side, the Trinamool Congress that's facing allegations that their goons literally shove and push. Now remember, take a look, that visual. This is what happened. One of those workers or a part of the mob literally attacked and held by the collar the security person who's there to protect the BJP National Vice President, who was there to campaign, like all netas, like of the TMC, like of the BJP. That is when the security person was immediately forced to take out a gun. And we can see at least 2 to 3 of them. Our colleague Indrajit was telling us this is the CISF also, the central agencies, of course, the protection cover that they are given for the netas. Then Dilip Ghosh is suddenly put to a distance. The security cover takes over. They are forced to whip out a gun after they are also attacked. This is the visual then led to the gun being brandished, forcing the mob to move away. And thankfully the mob moved away. If they hadn't, if they had managed to get the security persons and the BJP leader, what would have happened? I want you to now, of course, listen to what the BJP is saying. BJP has jumped in. BJP has said this is an attack on their identity, their voice, the right to election campaign. This is, and we now have also the BJP and TMC also now reacting. TMC's Madan Mitra is now defending the Trinamool Congress. He's joining us. Mr. Mitra, what the BJP is stating is that these are the TMC workers. They're calling them TMC goons. They attacked the BJP. They attacked Dilip Ghosh. That is why security persons had to whip out a gun. Were these TMC workers? And if they were, what action would the TMC government take? Mr. Madan Mitra.
Number one, BJP is saying that they have got the democratic authority to put up firearms on anybody's chest of Trinamool Congress workers. What is happening since morning? That was not the meeting place of BJP. It was booked in our name. When every time there was a request from the administration, we released the spot for BJP. Okay. Now, just from the very beginning, since morning, BJP is trying to provoke our people, and they are entering all the local lanes and streets, and they are trying to attempt our boys with their guns and the rifles and all arms, dangerous arms like Tommy guns of their security personnel. Those were being used to attack Trinamool Congress.
Mr. Mitra, so are you confirming that this scuffle involved Bharatiya Janata Party and the TMC workers?
Yes. This scuffle was between not only BJP and Trinamool workers. This scuffle was also involved the people, the peace-loving people of Bhawanipur area.
But Mr. Mitra, that gun had to be brandished by the security detail because they were attacked, and now you're confirming that it happened by the TMC workers. So they were trying to keep the mob away.
No, just a minute. If you instigate, if you every time, if you try to hit the people, you saw the picture, you just have a look on the pictures. Trinamool Congress, they are opening their chests. They fire on us. We are there to face the firing. We don't have any arms in our hands.
But sir, every party has the right to a door-to-door campaigning. How are you saying only the TMC had the spot there?
But no. You have the right to you have the right to go to door-to-door campaign, but you don't have the right to open your arms publicly. This is not Godhra. This is not Bhatpara. This is Bhawanipur, and the people of Bhawanipur, they are ready to give the befitting reply. And the befitting reply, the befitting reply has started. Already it has taken place, and we are ready for 30th.
Sir, befitting reply by the TMC by such violence, sir, to people who are, to other opposition party members who are campaigning.
Violence. I congratulate the Trinamool workers to maintain peace. They were really peaceful.
Okay.
And the peace-loving citizens of Bhawanipur, I congratulate them. But the befitting reply will be given on 30th September. BJP gets ready for it.
All right, so the TMC stating that this happened because the BJP is trying to provoke, and this was a befitting reply by their workers, and there will be further befitting reply on 30th September. Is that the reply we want to see in a democratic country? But the TMC is saying this was only because BJP is provoking. I want to leave it here. I'm heading into a short break.